T for A, T for A, T for A, A, T for A, T for A, T for A, Tinubu dance A, CT for A, Tinubu dance A, CT for A, CT for A, Tinubu dance A, CT for A, Tinubu dance A, CT for A, CT for A, CT for A, CT for A, Tinubu dance A. I salute you guys. I salute you wherever you are. I've just been hearing this story of Sunday Igboho, and me, I don't even know what is going on with Sunday Igboho. It's so funny, yeah. People, all these people, they will start causing problem in Nigeria when they run away from the country. Do you have you noticed a pattern that all the criminals, all the people setting up terrorist organization, causing confusion everywhere, they are people that they escape one way or the other from the atrocities. They escaped from Nigeria after they wanted to do the same. When the federal government turned their eyes on them, they escaped from the country. Sunday Igboho just escaped now from Nigeria. After escaping, he ran to Benin Republic. From Benin Republic, now he went to Germany. And I'm hearing some rumors and some message or some information that Sunday Igboho is now threatening people. Sunday Igboho is now in Germany, commanding and causing problems in Nigeria. It's so funny. Is it not funny? Are you not seeing the pattern? Everybody trying to cause problem in the country are people who run away from the country because Nigeria could not allow them to succeed in their propaganda. Are you getting me now? They are always running away. It's so unfortunate that Sunday Igboho that just escaped, that just escaped when they wanted to catch him, he did not have power to stay and fight. He ran away from the country, and now I'm hearing that Sunday Igboho in Germany is now causing problem. So Sunday Igboho is now behaving like Simon Ekpa. So we now have Simon Ekpa, like Sunday Igboho is now another Simon Ekpa in Yoruba land. Wonder shall never end. It's a shame. It's a shame. I always say this thing. This is a shame. And all these things are happening because the federal government allowed these people to continue to do all this thing. If the federal government stop, because there is nowhere, it doesn't matter where you are, that the federal government cannot stop it. The federal government can stop anything anywhere you are. But it's because the federal government has always been ignoring all these things. So some people, they now run to Germany now, and they are now issuing threats. And now some other people are worried. I was listening to the is it the press statement of the Northern Group complaining about what Sunday Igboho is doing. You see, is it not time for the federal government to stop these criminals? It doesn't matter where they are. The federal government can catch criminals. If you live anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world, and where you are living is safe, you cannot see any citizen in that country where you are living causing problems in their own country. There is no other anybody anywhere in the world. There's no other African. It is only from Africa. You will see some criminals. I don't know why it must be Nigeria, and the federal government is not taking action. We have seen over the years, we have seen criminals. Maybe they run out of the country, they will stay somewhere, forming terrorist organization. And Nnamdi Kanu did his own, form a terrorist organization called IPOP. And now Simon Ekpa is doing the same thing, forming terrorist organization. All of them, they live abroad. And now Sunday Igboho, the same. Because Sunday Igboho is now another Simon Ekpa in Yoruba land. Sunday Igboho has turned a Simon Ekpa in Yoruba land. Or will I say Sunday Igboho have turned Nnamdi Kanu in Yoruba land? We don't understand. Because I've not actually seen the full statement of Sunday Igboho saying whatever he's saying. He might be using maybe language, Yoruba language. But this is the problem we have been saying in this country. When the federal government do not, in fact, the federal government, they are not proactive. They will just allow criminals to be making stupid comments, staying anywhere, making comments on Facebook, on social media, using all kinds of platforms to cause problems in the country. And the federal government will just be there. But we have foreign ministers representing Nigeria in any country in the world. We have commissioners anywhere in the world. What are these commissioners doing? How can Nigerians who travel abroad begin to stay abroad and be causing problem in Nigeria? What is the job of the federal government? Do you think the commissioners, for example, the British High Commissioner is in Nigeria for a joke? Do you think the British High Commissioner is in Nigeria for a joke? That a British citizen or somebody will stand there and be talking rubbish about UK and the British High Commissioner will just be in Nigeria just like that? What is our foreign ministers doing? What is their job? Because for the over so many years now, we have seen that people that have always been, sending money to criminals, forming gangs and terrorist groups, all of them, they live abroad, they sponsor criminals. They sponsor criminals. They stay abroad and they sponsor criminals. We have seen in the case of IPOP Biafra criminal people, where they stay abroad, they sponsor criminals in the name of IPONG Biafra criminals. Are you getting me now? We can see it. They even say it online. We saw the threat of Simon Ekpa the other day, telling them in Imo State or their people that there will be no election, that if there is a nation, that you will not come back alive. We have evidence of all these things. And we have foreign ministers. We have ambassadors in all these countries. So I don't understand the job of these people. You understand me? I don't understand the job of these people staying, as ambassadors, as foreign ministers, and they are not doing anything. They continue to allow some miscreants that cannot survive in Nigeria with their criminality running away, like Sunday Igboho, who ran away from Yoruba land. He ran away now. He ran away from Nigeria to Benin. And maybe, I don't know how he got released from Benin Republic. Now it is causing problem in Germany. You see, that is why some people accuse the federal government that it was the federal government that released Sunday Igboho. So now the federal government released Sunday Igboho, if that's true, because we need to find out now. It is now time for us to bring out that statement. Is it true that the federal government released Sunday Igboho? Is it true that it was the federal government that used Sunday Igboho to cause problem and now release Sunday Igboho from Benin Republic to Germany, and now he's staying in Germany to cause problem? Because we don't understand what is going on here. And that is why some people are saying, okay, how can you release Sunday Igboho and you not release Nnamdi Kanu? This is the problem. So it is now time for the federal government to tell us, is it federal government that is sponsoring all these criminalities? Because some people will be wondering, how come these people will be staying abroad, causing problem, and the federal government do nothing about it? And innocent people their life will just be going like that. Innocent people, they will take their life, they will take away their property, their businesses in the name of people who claim to be Nigerians staying somewhere causing problems. It is now time for us to be asking the federal government, why did you release Sunday Igboho? We need answers. Is it the federal government that released Sunday Igboho? Because now Sunday Igboho with his group of criminals are now causing problem in Nigeria, which some other people are now worried because their plan is to cause problem in the country. That is my own question, because I'm asking questions because we don't understand this. The way Sunday Igboho escaped from Nigeria to Benin Republic and miraculously was released from the Republic, now in Germany, according to the news. And now he's not staying there, causing problems in Nigeria again. It's not funny. It's not funny to me. It's not funny to me. And that is why I'm asking my own question. You may not like my own question, but that is how I ask my own question. Are you getting me now? So why should we allow all these things to continue to happen? And the federal government is not taking action. The federal government will just be smiling because it's like the federal government is just smiling, watching all these people causing problems in the country, and there's nothing and nothing is done about it. I've listened to lots of people react, even the, what do they call them? Even the northern group, they reacted. You see what I'm saying now? So because of one person criminality, every other people will now become victim. Because I was listening to the press statement of the northern group saying that if Sunday Igboho continue to threaten the life of people, of the Fulani people or the Hausa people in Yoruba land, that they will also start their own problem in the north. That is to tell you that these people are working in partnership to destabilize this country. It is now time for our government to stand up and make sure, you understand me? You understand me? And make sure that they stop this criminality. Taye say, I think that you are mad. My brother, whenever we say something that is worrying you, you always say that we are mad, of course. Whenever we say something that you don't like, you always say that we are mad. So, what is the justification of Sunday Igboho running away from Benin Republic, from Nigeria, and then staying in Germany to cause problems? What is the justification? Can you tell me what is the justification for that? You understand me? Lukman Yusuf say your mumu goat head follower will believe you. Continue. I'm asking questions. I'm asking questions. That is my question. I'm asking questions. So, what is the justification for Sunday Igboho to stay, for the northern group to make a press statement that is to tell you that is this message actually came from Sunday Igboho? You know, I don't know. I don't know, because it's time for the federal government to begin to crack down on all these criminals. We have foreign ministers. You know, they are, all of them are, their job is to make sure they represent Nigeria in abroad or anywhere. We have ambassadors everywhere. So, but these guys are causing problems for the country, and there is no, we are not seeing them acting. We are not seeing them taking action. We are not seeing them doing anything. They are just keeping quiet. So that is why I'm asking question. What is the job of these ambassadors? What is the job of these foreign ministers allowing some miscreants living abroad, you know, to cause confusion in Nigeria, and there's nothing that is done about it? Nonso say, I pity your brain. Ah, you pity my brain, no wahala now. Shey na so we dey talk. Na so we talk. So who is the person that released Sunday Igboho from Benin Republic? Because now, because everybody, the rumor is spreading everywhere. Oh, it was the federal government that released Sunday Igboho. The federal government released Sunday Igboho. The federal government released Sunday Igboho. And now Sunday Igboho now is now causing problem in the country, where every other people, they are now worried about the actions of Sunday Igboho. Why should all these things continue? Is the question. I don't know. Many of you, maybe some of you have not listened to the utterances of the northern group. Because what will happen now is that innocent people living in the north now, they will now become victims. Innocent people living abroad now, they sorry, in the north, they will now become victims of what Sunday Igboho is doing to the people of is it the Fulani people or Hausa people in Yoruba land. So what is going on here? What is going on here? It's a big. Look at. Has right to live in any listen to this. Country.
Just of recent, Sunday Igboho was released from prison, but he issued a fresh ultimatum for Fulani community.
So he said that Sunday Igboho was released from prison. So the question now is, who released Sunday Igboho from prison? Because for the northern group to make that statement emphatically that Sunday Igboho, who was in prison, was released from prison, it means there's a signification, or there's a significance, point that they are referring to the fact that somebody either in the government released Sunday Igboho, and that is why they are making, because I cannot see how the northern group will make a general statement, will be so concerned about Sunday Igboho that he was released from prison. And there's a reason why they bring that conversation there, that Sunday Igboho was released from prison. So who released Sunday Igboho from prison? And why? So let us listen to this conversation. Now listen.
In Yoruba land to leave the region within 10 days. This time around.
So Sunday Igboho stays in Germany, giving orders to people living in Yoruba land that they giving them 10 days ultimatum that they should leave Yoruba land. Does that make sense? So Sunday Igboho have not turned to Nnamdi Kanu, or Sunday Igboho have not turned to Simon Ekpa in Yoruba land. Is that what they are doing now? No wonder. One of my friends, he said to me that, you see, that the plan of Sunday Igboho is to be behaving like Simon Ekpa or Nnamdi Kanu in Germany. And we are beginning to see it. We are beginning to see it happen. So that is the way forward now. So you just run away from the country, you go and stay somewhere and be causing problem using some miscreants and be causing problem in the country. Because I don't know the justification of this kind of problems that they want to bring. You understand me? Listen to the reason why I'm doing this conversation about Sunday Igboho. Now listen.
The Northern Consensus Movement of Nigeria will do everything possible to stop that move. And if you refuse to listen if you resist to listen, then we have no option rather than to ask Yorubas that are resident in the northern Nigeria to also go back to their region.
Did you hear that? This is the reason why I am making this conversation. If the northern elders maybe take their decision to maybe fight Sunday Igboho, as an individual, it would have been different. But the reason why I'm putting my voice here is because I don't want somebody to rise up one day and do something that will affect innocent people. You understand me? Now, because of the action of Sunday Igboho, now they are not saying that they will endanger the life of innocent people living in the north because of Sunday Igboho. So that is why I'm asking, who released Sunday Igboho? Is it the federal government? Is it the federal government that released Sunday Igboho, and why? What is the justification of releasing Sunday Igboho? And now Sunday Igboho in Germany is now causing problem for innocent people living in the north. Why is that going on, and what is the plot? Pay attention to
On
this.
the issue of compensation for our victims as a result of NSAS killing.
Okay, so I don't have much time to go deep into that conversation because what I wanted to get is that one does not concern me. You understand me? That one does not concern me. Now, so my question now is, what is the job of Sunday Igboho? What is the job of Sunday Igboho? Why is Sunday Igboho giving the Fulanis ultimatum to leave the Yoruba land? What is the job of Sunday Igboho? Because when Sunday Igboho was in Benin Republic, there was no problem in Yoruba land. We did not hear of any crisis in Yoruba land. All of a sudden, as Sunday Igboho just came out from prison, they started problem again. So is that the partnership that they had with the Biafra criminals? Okay, hello, please go ahead. Yes.
Hello, good evening, my brother.
Yes, I salute you.
Yeah.
Sorry, before you speak, one thing I just want to point out something. One thing I noticed about the case of Sunday Igboho is that I can see some intelligent Yoruba people rising up to say enough is enough. They do not support Sunday Igboho, and they are saying Sunday Igboho should stop it, which is unlike what Nnamdi Kanu and the Biafra people are doing. We have not seen any sensible people stopping the criminality that is going on in the southeast. But what I'm seeing here is that the people from the Yoruba land, from the southwest, are rising up to say Sunday Igboho must stop this criminality. Please go ahead.
Sunday Igboho is a criminal. You understand? He's a criminal. He can never. He that is saying that the Fulani should leave Yoruba land, he himself should come to Yoruba land. Sunday Igboho himself should come to Yoruba land. They are ready for him. He's a criminal. Don't think about Sunday Igboho. All these Biafra people, what they told Sunday Igboho, they are doing partnership. They are doing hand to hand. Sunday Igboho and the stupid Biafra people, they are mad people. You understand?
Okay.
We the Yoruba, we are ready for even Sunday Igboho and anybody. Sunday Igboho is a bastard. This man is a Yoruba man. Ogun kill Sunday Igboho. He himself can never come to Yoruba land. Sunday Igboho himself, he can never come to Yoruba land.
Okay.
You will see what.
So you mean that there is nobody in Yoruba land that is supporting what Sunday Igboho is doing? Is that what you're saying?
Nobody will support Sunday Igboho. Who supports criminal? We don't support him before when he started this thing now. We never supported him. He's just a criminal. Sunday Igboho is just a stupid illiterate.
So, but what did he hope to achieve by giving the Fulanis ultimatum to leave the Yoruba land? Why? Why do you think he did that? Why? I don't understand. What is going on?
No, you want to feel important again. That the way they respect Sunday Igboho in Yoruba land before.
Okay.
So now that he was telling the Yoruba people that he has a lot of medicine, that he has a lot of booty to fight anybody. So some idiots, they were thinking he's saying it. Not knowing he's lying for them. It's just a stupid victory.
But there's a rumor, especially this rumor is from the Biafra people, that it was the federal government that released Sunday Igboho. Is that true?
How can? Federal government is even looking for Sunday Igboho. He's a criminal. That's why immediately they release him from. He served his term in Cotonou. Immediately they release him from there. He goes to Germany. He can't come to the west. People, they're killing the next.
So who released Sunday Igboho then? Who released Sunday Igboho?
It's Cotonou, the government of Cotonou that released him. You know what the crime is committed? He wanted to travel from Cotonou with a fake passport.
Okay.
When they caught him, they take him to court and they sentenced him for 2 years imprisonment.
Wow.
So after, when he finished his jail time, he said they released him. That's why he went to Germany. You understand? Okay. It's not like federal government of Nigeria released.
So are you saying that the federal government is looking for him? Okay.
It's just, so that's why I don't believe that the northern man that talked,
Yes.
saying that Sunday Igboho said they should leave Yoruba land. Sunday Igboho, who is she? Nobody knows who Sunday Igboho is.
Okay.
Sunday Igboho can never represent anybody in Yoruba land.
Okay.
He's not, he's a illiterate man. He doesn't know anything. So you can't even pronounce Yoruba nation, Yoruba nation, Yoruba nation. Yeah, Yoruba people. Nobody appointed him. The Biafra people are doing their.
So you are saying that Sunday Igboho is working with the Biafra criminals, so that they will be giving him some donations. Is that what you are saying? Because as he ran to Germany, there's no work in Germany, you know that. So the only thing he can be doing is to be doing Biafra work, so that he will be getting donations. Okay.
The children live the wife and the children they live
In Germany.
In Germany before, so it's not all that you know.
Okay, all right. No worries. Thank you very much for your contribution, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you are welcome, my brother.
Okay. Okay. So it's very, very clear. I mean, that is one thing I wanted to point out, because I have seen the reason why I'm even doing this is because of some of the Yoruba people, sending me all these messages telling me that they don't support what Sunday Igboho is doing. They are not doing. So I don't who is Sunday Igboho that they don't even care about Sunday. What is he talking about? He's a criminal and all of that. Is why I'm talking about it. And I want to draw a kind of a reference to what is going on in the southeast. We have seen all the atrocities of the Biafra criminals in the name of. It started with Rav Wasrike, from Rav Wasrike to Nnamdi Kanu, from now to Simon Ekpa. We have not seen any of these. We have not seen the people in the south is rising up to stop the criminality or responding and saying, no, we are not part of what is going on, just like what the Yoruba people are doing. Because I've seen so many Yoruba people rising up on Facebook, on social media, saying that, no, we are not in support of what Sunday Igboho is doing. And they know that he's a criminal and we don't support what he's doing. So that is a big difference I'm seeing here. But my question is, why would the federal government allow all these things to happen? We have foreign ministers, we have ambassadors, their job is to make sure that things are working abroad and everything, but they continue to allow all these things to happen. Why? That is a very important question. And now, just like the rumors I'm hearing that, the Biafra people say, since the federal government released Sunday Igboho, they should also release Nnamdi Kanu. And some people are saying, no, it was not the federal government that released Sunday Igboho, that some group of people with some Afeneferi group of people, they came together with Obasanjo and whatever, and Sunday Igboho was handed over to Obasanjo. My problem now is that we want the federal government to take, because this has been going on for ages. It's because they know that the federal government is not taking action. That is why criminals will rise up anywhere, even on social media, on media houses, and be talking all kinds of rubbish and be causing problems, causing confusion, inciting the people, and just look at what we were just talking about what happened yesterday with the NLC chairman. What's his name again? Ajero. Ajero deceived the people in Imo State. He deceived the people. He was using the Labour Congress as a union to campaign for his party, which is a Labour Party. Are you getting me now? Just like everybody is insinuating, is so uncalled for. Hello, I salute you. Please go ahead. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, please go ahead.
Sorry. Actually, I'm just following your program now as regards to Sunday Igboho stuff.
Okay.
Let me not be deceived. Obasanjo and the Afenifere. Let them quote. I know when the time comes, if this criminality continues, they will launch into investigation and they'll go to Benin and know who they actually released Sunday Igboho to. Obasanjo and some Afenifere who are against President Tinubu are behind it. He was only released the he fast-tracked the release of Sunday Igboho. And unfortunately, Obasanjo is still not happy that Peter Obi is not with, because Peter Obi would have made him to come to Aso Rock the way he normally come around, be making noise and throwing the agbada everywhere. He's not having that opportunity.
Okay.
Since he couldn't get his way through Peter Obi, so he decided to bring this guy out. Let me tell you something. Most of this criminality going on in Nigeria, being in the southeast, in the north, and in the west, our top politicians, our so-called ex-leaders,
yes,
including the article
Yes, they are
I'm not
behind
even
it.
scared to say this.
Yes,
Atiku is totally behind it.
yes,
Most of this criminality. You know what I say? Ever since Atiku lost election with 2007,
yes.
that was when this
That was when
oh,
everything started, sir. Yes.
Atiku said making the government uncomfortable. Then I see. So if you notice, whenever Atiku is contested during that period of election, everything died down. Once Atiku loses his election, it's ready to start off again. For quite some time now, to the tribunal, so I don't yet criminal, they say they are killing people in the north.
No.
But what has what will happen now? What has what will happen now? Because he has stolen so much from Nigeria, because he has taken so much oil. Who introduced this thing of crude oil through the offshore stuff? It's Atiku. If Atiku really want to prove to Nigeria, let it go to Nigeria and tell Nigeria how he made his money from custom to vice president.
Hmm.
The government have the means to investigate shady people. I think they are just turning their eyes, except for people like us who they know they can only just grab. The truth is that Atiku is a criminal, is the highest organized criminal syndicate we have in Nigeria. I beg, thank you.
Thank you very much for your contribution. Thank you very much. We want this government to do something differently. There is no way that the federal government will tell us that they don't know the people behind all these atrocities that is going on in Nigeria. The federal government have the power and they know it. Most of them are their friends, their colleagues as politicians. Please go ahead. Hello. Can you hear me? Yes. Can you speak up, please? Go ahead. I salute you.
The last two speakers, they spoke well. You see, these people, they don't know who they are playing ball with. I can assure you, our president is not a dummy president. He's somebody that is highly intelligent.
Yes.
He will definitely take care of all of them.
Okay.
All of them. You see, just like the last speaker said, Igboho, I don't know if you are able to see one of his video that was saying Tinubu can never be president, that they will deal with him. And you will discover that it's the reverse that happened to him. Somebody that wants to deal with somebody, he ended up being dealt with. Do you understand?
Yes.
You see, majority of these people, they don't know God. God is we are not wiser than God. So for Tinubu to win that election, God has seen what he has done for this country. But majority, they don't know, they knew nothing about all these things. Do you understand?
Yes.
So what I just want to tell you is that let's just keep our fingers crossed.
Okay.
I believe Tinubu will deal with them.
Okay.
He will deal with them. Just like the last speaker said, Igboho, Obasanjo, all those people, they are together. They are trying to find a way to destabilize his government. And apart from that one, Igboho also work in tandem with the Biafra, as you always call them.
Yes.
So, but when you come to Yoruba land, I can tell you 2%. If you look at the population of Yoruba land, it's just 2% that support Igboho. You know, he has been clamoring for Yoruba nation. How many, when you get to the southwest, how many of them do you see anybody supporting him? Do you understand? So just let's wait. Let's give the I know president will deal with all of them.
Sure.
Including Atiku himself. It's a matter of time.
Sure. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for that. This is our brother that called me. Let me see if I can get him back. Okay. I mean, I was trying to say something now. This is the same thing that happened in Imo State. You see, you claim that you are the chairman of the Nigeria Labour Union, but you are at the same time you are supporting a political party. How does that work? I salute you. Please go ahead. Hello. Hello. Can you hear me? Oh, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. Okay, please, you can call back because we can't hear you. You understand me? How can you claim? How can you claim to be supporting a You are supporting, you are a union, whether you are a union, Nigeria Union Congress, you are the chairman of Nigeria Union Congress, which means you are supposed to be working for everybody. But hello,
Good evening, sir.
I salute you.
Good evening.
I salute you.
Yes, sir. How to you, sir?
Very good.
I just want to quickly talk about this our Sunday Igboho.
Okay. Yes.
None of Yoruba that support Sunday Igboho.
Okay.
You know, we have some people that they call it Afenifere.
Yes.
It's them they want to use Sunday Igboho to destabilize our president admission.
Okay.
Which is God no go allow them.
Uh-huh.
No Yoruba that support Sunday Igboho, because everybody know that Sunday Igboho is just the ordinary someone that nobody knows him. He's not an educated someone. Nobody knows him. You can't just find one day that you want to collect Yoruba nation. But where is it Yoruba nation? Is it like Kamala and Eba that you can just go somewhere to go and collect it?
Okay.
That means it's all this Afenifere, all this Obasanjo. Let me use Obasanjo and Co. Obasanjo and Co. Now then they push Sunday Igboho, which is I know that he can't win anything.
So I okay. I wanted to ask a question. So why is the northern group so much consider the statement of Sunday Igboho as something that is important? Do you think that those northern group are also working against the presidency? Please go ahead.
No, the northern people are not against the president. It's because of the action that take to the northern people that in the Yoruba land. That time, that is why. Because by that time in Cotonou, you can't see anything. Because they release him from Cotonou now to Germany. Now start to get saying rubbish. Northern people are not against the president, our president. But yes, because of the way the Sunday is treating, is telling them to leave our land. That is why they say they want to retaliate.
Yeah, but my problem is, why will the northern group consider the statement of just an individual as something that is important? That is my question.
That's a woman being for you, sir.
Okay.
It's because they're the woman being. They can't. It's not about just a simple someone, which is he can't do anything with anybody. It's just someone. They can't do anything. Sunday Igboho can't do anything. It's because of the way he's shouting. That's why they think that if they start to threaten Yoruba in the northern, whether the thing will go down, which is Sunday Igboho is not in Nigeria. All those stupid people that they've been have work when they are doing an area boy under him by time in Nigeria. That is why they will now go to social media to go and broadcast all nonsense things.
Okay, I see what you mean there. Yeah. So who do you have idea of who released Sunday Igboho then?
It's not our president that released Sunday Igboho. Sunday Igboho released by the Afenifere. One man like this, I don't forget his name.
Okay.
He seemed they released him for immediately he did at least 2 years in Cotonou.
Yes.
They released him for the man. Not even our president don't even say anything about Sunday Igboho's matter, because they want to be using the two together like Sunday Igboho and Namikanu, which is not the same thing. It's different. But at the end of the day, if they want to talk about Sunday Igboho, they will say Sunday Igboho also is fighting for Yoruba nation, which is not started from Yoruba nation. It started from all this Fulani herdsmen that normally use cow to go and renter another farm.
Another people's farm. Okay.
Another people's farm. That's where it started. Luckily, it just changes. You want the Yoruba nation. Fighting for. It's not fighting for Yoruba nation initially. Suddenly they just turn it to we want to go for Yoruba nation, which is all this Baba
Adebanjo.
That then push him. Thank you, sir. Adebanjo and Co. That then push him to where he is, and then still make sure say they release him from Cotonou. Immediately they release him from Cotonou. He can't come to Nigeria. He goes down to go and meet his family directly. That is it. None of Yoruba that support what he's doing. The people that support in Yoruba land, they don't go reach 3% out of Yorubas. Is it that one have anything for bad? You don't have anything 3%.
Okay.
This is sir.
All
Yes, sir.
right, all right.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much. I'm
Yes,
I'm,
sir.
I'm also worried
Yeah.
that the northern group should be
Mhm.
considering just an individual statement to a scale
Yeah,
where the northern
that is what they are doing.
group can be threatening the people living in the north that they should leave their
That
country. Sorry,
that
their region. So I don't understand that. It is something that is very very serious. It is something that is very very serious. What
it's
about the
very very
governor of the
serious.
state? Have the governor of the state spoken? Have they said anything? The governors in Yoruba land,
Is it
have they made any
Baba
statement?
Keke? Is it Oyo State? Oyo State?
Yes.
Oyo State governor? He never make any statement. Even all these things that me also am seeing on social media, I never even believe that Sunday Igboho is the one that's still ringing under the bed, because they are just want to be pushing him again, which is they didn't know what is happening.
So
I just
where
want
did
maybe
this?
Sunday
Because I
Igboho.
know that anytime that Sunday Boho speak, he doesn't speak English. So how did the northern
He
elders
does not speak.
know that he was using what language? Because he always speak Yoruba. Is it Koigi media that he's using to do this?
He have some media at that time before they go and bomb his house. He have one media that normally use, and then there's no way you know that an Hausa man also, some of them hear Yoruba in Yoruba land. They will
Okay.
not interpret it to them. That is what is going on.
Okay.
Not say you know how to speak
Okay.
English or
Okay.
not
But my
knowing how to
question
speak
is:
Hausa.
Is
But
it
for people,
is it the statement that Sunday Boho made before he went into prison or went to Cotonou, or is a fresh statement? Yes.
it's old one, not fresh one. Not fresh one. Not
Okay.
fresh one.
Okay.
It should be old one that they are telling up and down.
Okay.
It's old one.
Okay.
Because I'm following him. I'm following him back to back on his page.
Okay. All right. Thank you very
Yes,
much
sir.
for your contributions. Thank you very much, sir,
You're welcome.
for your
You're welcome,
contribution.
sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. If you have any more information about this, you can send your message. Let us find out what you know better. You can send me on WhatsApp or you can call into the program if you want. You can send me a message on WhatsApp. You can call into the program because I'm so much worried that you know when just one statement when somebody just one person make a statement and now it become a problem that will affect innocent people in fact these people are just innocent people are just going about doing their business and just because of one person committing one crime or the other and it will not affect innocent people and instead of the person that commit the crime to be punished they will now go and punish innocent people and that is why I'm asking about the job of our ambassadors and ministers abroad. What are they doing? If a Nigerian live abroad, instead of them to be patriotic, instead of them to support the country with their knowledge, with their skill, they are inciting violence, setting up terrorist group, and we have foreign ministers and they are not even doing anything in our economy. They are not contributing to our economy. They are not even bringing any policy that helps in our economy. Before now, even our passport was an issue. We could not even collect our passport. We cannot even renew our passport. And we have foreign ministers. We have ambassadors. I don't know their job. I don't understand their job. I don't understand their job. That is why I'm asking that question. Because has been happening like this from the time of Nnamdi Kanu to now Sunday Igboho or now Simon Ekpa, another group of people causing problem everywhere. Are you getting me now? So this is something that the federal government must look into. Nigerians abroad should not be the ones sitting somewhere inciting violence, setting up terrorist organization in Nigeria to be destabilizing the peace of the country, and then the federal government will just go like that and be paying ambassadors and foreign ministers. What is their job? What is their job? They are not bringing investment to the country. I have not seen any good thing that they are bringing. They live abroad. They see the inventions that we are seeing. They enjoy the technology abroad, but they are not even recommending any technology back home for things to be working. We don't know what they are doing. So we don't understand why we will spending lots of money in paying our politicians, our government, and there's a lot of money spent in paying salaries of these politicians in Nigeria, but then we are not seeing the benefit of these people. So it's a question that we need to begin to ask questions. Because if there is any arm of the government that is not functional, we don't need them. We don't need them. So that is the area of Sunday Igboho matter. I was also reading. Thank God for some clarification about that, and thank God for some of the Yoruba people rising up to the occasion, condemning the atrocities of 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 maybe Sunday Igboho or whatever statement that they are making, which I think is commendable. So this statement we saw yesterday what happened in Imo State, and then some people begin to dig deep into that conversation. But before I go in there, I listened to Ijele. Ijele is one of the persons that I know that have been speaking against the criminality of IPOP Biafra people in the southeast. Ijele, there are plenty now. Ijele, Henry Chimeze, there's another one like that. Bless them, and lots of other people. Of course, wounded civilian has always been there. Talking and all of that. Even when I was supporting Biafra, as at that time, they always tell me that no, this thing they are criminals, that they are not doing the right thing. And I say, oh, let us find out. But we have discovered that these guys are a bunch of criminals. Are you getting me now? Then the federal government have to stop these criminals, and that's it. So I was also listening to Ijele. Ijele was making some statement about this case. So I don't know. Let me look at it again because I somebody say Sunday Igboho is a fresh statement he made about 2 weeks ago. I think he just want to be relevant. Nobody talk about him again. Just forget about Sunday. He was declared wanted in Nigeria. Let's see if he come to Nigeria and government do nothing. Okay. So it was a fresh statement. Okay. So you want to be relevant. Sunday Igboho wants to be relevant. Okay. So Goiki Media is still his PA. It's a terrible situation. I can never see Koiki Media claim to be abroad for many years. The only development that Koiki Media will think about to bring back home is to cause problem. It's a terrible because I don't understand how people will live abroad. They live abroad 17 years, 20 years. Just for instead of you to bring something good that you are enjoying abroad back home, you are bringing, supporting, donating money to terrorist organizations, donating money or supporting criminals everywhere. I don't understand. You see, we should learn from people that have progressed, that have passed through the same process like us. That like the Singapore people, the Chinese people, they all live abroad. They go to school in America, in the UK, everything, and they take that knowledge back home to their place. To China, you can see the way China is today. You go to Singapore, you can see the way Singapore is. They took that knowledge, development, ideas, innovation to their own country. Why is Nigerian case different? Where some people will stay abroad and all of a sudden they feel like they have power to be funding terrorist group, small groups, kidnapping groups, and people disturbing the peace of the country. What is that nonsense? Does it make sense? It does not make sense. I can never be part of that. I can never be part of that rubbish. You understand me? Immediately I discover it, I will not be part of it. Are you getting me now? Okay, so I saw Ijele. I think there's a video that somebody sent to me about Ijele making a statement about this. Let me see if I can see it. Because I've not actually listened to what Ijele said about Sunday Igboho again. Sorry, guys, before we move, I just want to listen to some part of it. Somebody send me that message. Okay, I don't know if this is the one. Okay, yeah, this is the one. Sunday, Ijele made a statement here. I just want to hear him. Okay.
Even from the days of the German Empire, to take from Russia and find in Nigeria,
Aderemi, thank you very much. I see you.
Bring back that motherfucker immediately. Let me Sunday Igboho.
Okay.
I cannot use English because he doesn't know to get sense. He doesn't hear English very well. The last time when they arrest you, I hear your boss, they talk, say, I mean, that they made arrest you. I have no hand in it, but you say this one, you say this one. I will spearhead it, I will champion it. If needs be, I come to Germany because of you. You will see me there. This problem when they create for Nigeria, now your head you could use carrier, kidnap people, they send you, go to that thing. Tell them, make them use their own children. And don't think say that Germany too far to arrest you. They will grab you, ask people from Afghanistan, many places, they throw them, they stone them back to their country from Germany, but you know who here. Now just meeting. And anybody will advise Mr. President, make them leave that he will go if Nigeria has a hand, let him go. In fact, Benin Republic, anytime when you pass the again, they no arrest them, Nigeria to sanction them. Immediately, block off that sending. When they get sense, they either return him or let them suffer. They see their people. No go rise up again, make us see now whether this answer because of this answer. They go let their own people they suffer. The economic hardship.
Okay. I think that was a. I think that's Ijele also said something in line with what we are saying, because we cannot be having foreign ministers, we cannot be having ambassadors, and they are not looking into all these things, and they just allow people to stay anywhere in the world and to cause problem in the country, significant problem in the country that threatens the life of people living in Nigeria and just like that. Okay, I think that was what Ijele said, which is something that makes sense. Okay, so I just wanted to. I don't know how many of you have discovered some of the news, that happened in Imo State, and we have gotten some highlights. People are beginning to, dig deep into the conversation. That Ajero, that man, that Nigerian Labour Congress man, Ajero, he's a chairman of the Nigerian Labour Congress, but he is also supporting Labour Party. That he wanted to deceive the people in Imo State. That Ajero wanted to deceive the people in Imo State, telling them that, oh, they want to have, what do they call it? They say they want to have protests in Imo State. And the Nigerian Labour Congress in Imo State are saying that, no, we don't have problem with our governor in Imo State. That Hope Uzodinma is treating us well, paying us well. So what are you coming to do in Imo State? So the Nigerian Labour Congress in Imo State did not agree with Ajero. But Ajero, because he has hidden an intention, just like what we are saying, there are some group of politicians that are sponsoring all these things because they want to cause confusion in the country. We want the federal government to rise up to the occasion, because the people that always suffer are the innocent people, innocent Nigerians that do not partake in their political gaming or games. You understand me? So that is what happened. So Ajero went to Imo State, not knowing that the Nigerian Labour Congress in Imo State, that they are satisfied with what Hobus Odema is doing. In fact, there was a statement I saw somewhere that the Nigerian Labour Congress in Imo State, they stated very clearly that we are being treated well, our salaries are being paid, increased salary, everything is working in Imo State, that we don't support your protest. But then, but because Ajero had his own hidden attention, of course, hidden intention to go and support Labour Party, he was protesting. Instead of him to say he's a campaign for his Labour Party, he went there to protest, and they grabbed him. And I saw a statement from Hobus Odima saying that Ajero came to cause confusion in the state, and because he rise up as the chief security of the state to stop him. You understand me? That was very, 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 very wonderful. But what we noticed is that the people the people treated Ajero very, very well. He was lucky that the police came to rescue him. But one thing I've noticed is that the Nigerian media, they are not reporting that. You see, because they don't pay attention to what is important. It was actually the Nigerian media that saved him, the Nigerian police that saved Ajero, from from the beatings, because the Nigerian police force, they came to save him, and they took him to a safe place and then to hospital and all of that. And but then they are running propaganda everywhere. We saw Peter Obi for the first time. Did you see it? Peter Obi, after the Supreme Court announced, of course, affirmed the victory of President Tinubu, Peter Obi did not make any statement, did not make any comment. Just yesterday, what happened, just for you to know how that they are planning, all of them are planning it together. Peter Obi, Ajero, of course, Nigerian Labour Congress is Nigerian Labour Party. They have always been supporting Obi. So for the first time, Obi broke his silence to come and support Ajero. That the beating that they gave to Ajero shows the state of the country. It's a big lie. The Ajero deserved the beating. You know what I mean? And then somebody asked him, what happened? How come Peter Obi did not comment on the issues that happened in one of the markets in Anambra State? That they burned down two twins that went and be collecting, all this, their ticket in the market, illegal ticket in the market. They burned them alive. Obi did not comment on that. Obi is not commenting on the issues happening in his own state. You understand me? In his own place, in his own region, even. You understand me? Obi is not commenting on that. Obi is happy. But whenever anything is linked to the federal government, you will see Obi comment on it. You understand me? So that is how you will know that all of them are in the same clique, planning evil. I believe that if Ajero survive, if they know blind that in eye, he will never go back to Imo State. He should know that Nigeria is not the same again, because Nigeria is back on track. Yes, that is the news. I got some more updates from. I saw some people sending updates for me from one Loretta. We know Loretta now. They say that we are genuinely glad that our police was on hand to rescue the Labour Party chairman Ajero. We only criticize when the police is high-handed, but fail to commend when they do well. That is what I'm saying. The police was the one that even saved him. Now you are not hearing all these media houses, commending the police for saving Ajero, because by now maybe the man they for don't treat him properly. You understand me? Now she said, let me spell it out for you. Number one, Imo State off-season gubernatorial election is coming up on the 11th of November. Yeah. Then Joe Ajero, a Labour Party chieftain from Imo State, went home to mobilize support for his political party. Oh, so the man is even from Imo State. His brothers, they are the one that treated him well. That is why Imo State is different from every other state in the southeast. One thing I noticed is that I've noticed that Imo State, Ebonyi State, completely different from any other state in the southeast. I'm telling you, Imo State and Ebonyi State, because for a very long time we have seen that Imo State do not or did not align with the propaganda of IPOP led by Nnamdi Kanu for a very long time. Hobu Zodima has always been fighting them, and then Ebonyi State as well. So Ajero, a Labour Party chairman, went home to go and mobilize support for his political party, which is Labour Party. Number three, instead of calling it a Labour Party campaign, he foolishly called it a protest. You see? But when some workers arrived for the protest, they realized it was Labour Party rally. Did you see it? So, do you see how these people do? Just like some politicians, they do the same. For example, they are governors. Their job is to make sure they use the federal government allocation to develop the state. Instead of them to use the money to develop the state, they will now begin to use the money to do their own personal things. You understand me? Just like other senators and other politicians are doing. The same thing. Ajero, just a Union Labour Congress chairman, common chairman. He decided to use the chairman, that position, for his own political interest. Did you see it? So he now decided to use the political party, the union, of course, the Congress, for his own political party, which is Labour Party. So instead of him to say he wants to campaign in Imo State against Hope Uzodinma, he went and be calling it protest, because thinking that he will use it in disguise to deceive the workers in Imo State. Unfortunately for him, Hope Uzodinma have been treating the people in Imo State properly. You understand me? Of course, maybe according to them. But then it did not work out as he planned. So, but some workers arrived for the protest. They realized that it was a Labour Party rally. Those who turned out were angry, or those who turned up were angry at the deception. The fight came out from there. That was how Ajero was beaten black and blue, according to the English language. If not for the timely intervention of the Nigerian police, who rescued him and others and took them into protective custody, it could have been fatal. So it was even the police that prevented Ajero from they don't blind that eye well. But thanks to the Nigerian police, and that's so wonderful. Thanks to the Nigerian police. You see, this is what we have been talking about in this country. Politicians, they use the political position for their own personal interest. Some politicians will now use the money that is meant for the people. They will take their children abroad. They will sponsor their children's schools abroad, do all kinds of things. For example, we saw how the education ministers, there was no school in Nigeria. There was strike everywhere, but their own children, they school abroad. They do this everything. You see? So thanks to President, because after the retreat, of course, during the retreat, of course, we saw the statement of President Tinubu that this is not going to be business as usual. And I believe that alone has given the Nigerian politicians and the political leaders direction to know that President Tinubu is not somebody that's joking this time around. President Tinubu understands where our problem is. Our problem, is in the hands of those leaders and politicians that have failed to deliver. When some of them fail, they form a gang or a group, to destabilize the other group. They fight back the country, they fight the administration, the government, so that the country will not move forward. That is what they have been doing for years. We pray that President Tinubu will be able to overcome these things. Because we know that this is what is going on in that country. We are not even just talking about the external factors. We know that there are so many other external factors. But you see, the enemy within is greater than that of external factors. You know, and for me, I feel that there's a story that we are yet to unravel. I feel like there's a story that we are yet to unravel. Before 1999, before 1999, let us begin to unravel some story in connection with our oil, with our, I'm talking about our crude oil and everything. You understand me? And now, how come this guy, Atiku, have a home in Dubai as his base? There is a connection. There's a connection between that. And we need to find out these things. You see, because this is why all these people are doing these things. They have looted the country to the point that they can never be poor in this world anymore. So they can afford to do anything with the resources of our country. Politicians forming different groups, forming different gangs to fight politicians, to fight the government, to fight the administration. At the end of it, you know, we find out that not these people, they don't do anything for the people. They will just come, finish the money, squander the money, and they go home just like that. It's very, 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 very unfair. And I don't think we should continue to allow this to happen anymore. Now that we understand the issues. Are you getting me now? So some days ago in Anambra State, young people were burnt down. Twins, they were burnt down alive. They were burnt alive in Anambra State. Peter Obi did not comment on it. Peter Obi did not comment on the people that they burnt down in Anambra State for collecting illegal levies in the market. 2 brothers were burnt down. Obi did not comment on that. Obi did not write a long statement about that. So he said 2 brothers who are involved in illegal revenue collection. Chinedu and Omoma burnt to death by angry mob in Anambra today. That was on the 1st of November, of course. That's the same time, just yesterday, the same day. Obi did not comment on that one. Obi skipped that one and went and comment on Ajeru. That is to tell you that Obi, all of them are up to something. Their eye service and scam is over because they plan everything. Can you imagine the amount of evil that these people plotted against our country? The amount of, and we should not take it for granted. That is why every time I try to remember, I'll remind the president and even the administration, we should not take it for granted. The mob that they use to want to bring down the country. You know, the lies and the massive lies and spontaneous lies that they cooked against the country and President Tinubu. This is not something that must be ignored. All these people that are involved in these atrocities, all of them, there must be consequences for it. And we know them. We know them. We know all of them. We should not take it for granted. We should, if not, they will continue again. If these people are not punished, they will continue. That is how they will still continue to do it. If some people are ignored, they will continue to do it. I get it, now. They will continue to do it. Why am I saying that? Today, I saw somebody send me a video of what is going on in Abuja. That some people came out and they are protesting. They say release Emefiele now, or else. That some angry Nigerians storm National Assembly. This is what we are talking about. Emefiele was released. The federal government released Emefiele by some bail. They give him bail. Is it that bail that he paid? Did he return the money meant for the country? Did he return the money that they stole? So they will steal the money from Nigeria Post, our money, and because they know that if they take them to prison, they will bail them. They will use that money to bail themselves, and they will go. So it's a business. So anybody will go and steal large sum of money, and then when they catch them, they will torture them, whatever, and then after a few months, they keep them in prison, or years, they keep them. After they will say, oh, they should bail themselves, and they will bail it themselves, and then the money is forgotten. Are you seeing it? So this is a business. So what else? What are we talking about then? Everybody would like to do the same. So there must be consequences for everything. So now I saw some people now coming out on the street to protest that Emefiele must be released. You know that after the DSS released Emefiele, EFCC took Emefiele, and now some people are coming out to say, oh, they should release Emefiele. How come this other person is at home? And Emefiele, I want you to listen, because the federal government must understand that if you don't punish criminals, other people will use it as a reference to continue their own criminality. This is what is going on here. I want you to pay attention to this. If you have not seen it, pay attention to this. Look at some people on the street. Look at some people on the street. So these are some people on the street. What are they doing? They say that the federal government should release MFLA, and I want you to listen to their reason. Their reason is not because MFLA did not do anything. Their reason is not because MFLA did not commit a crime. Their reason is because there is another person that committed a crime and the federal government did not punish that person. But why should the federal government punish only MFLA? And these are the so-called youth. I hear them, they say Nigerian youth. Are these people Nigerian youth? Are these people that are claiming that, oh, if they give youth opportunity to be the leader of this country, that will make the country better? These are the same youth now. They give them, even whether they give them small money to come on the street and do this. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? So some group of people, came on the street to protest that the federal government should release MFLA, not because he's innocent, not because he did not commit the crime. They have soon forgotten what everybody passed through in Nigeria. I was not in Nigeria. I was not there. But I feel the pain of people in Nigeria. How MFLA make life difficult for them. They were not able to access their money, yet they have money. So many people lost their lives, but they are not thinking about that. Look, I want you to listen to their excuse, because this is not only me saying it. And that is why I'm saying that this government must set a standard. Nigerian government there is no standard before. There has never been a standard in the Nigerian government. Some people say Nigeria is a lawless country because they have not been standard. The law have not been enforced. People can just do anything, wake up and do one kind of thing. Yet they want Nigeria to be like UK. They want Nigeria to be like America. It does not happen. It cannot happen that way. So we want the federal government to set a standard in this government. Are you getting me now? Will the federal government be able to set a standard in this government that criminals will be punished? You cannot just pardon people because other people will use it as an example, to commit another crime. And this is a completely example of what I'm trying to talk about. Some group of people coming out on the street to say the federal government should release MFLA or the EFCC should release MFLA because another person is not punished. Does that make sense? I want you to listen. If you look at the person making this statement, he's a youth. Pay attention to this.
Can be released to go home. Why is the case?
Listen, I want to take it back a little bit so that you hear what he said. He said, if somebody's Bauer, listen, what's the name of that man? Well, he's going to say it. Now, pay attention to this. Let's pay attention.
Can be released to go home. Why is the case of Mr. Godwin Emefiele different?
Did you hear that?
Is it because that Emefiele has committed heavier offenses than Bauer, or the federal government is being biased along ethnic and religious lines?
Did you hear that?
What more will the EFCC investigate about Emefiele different from what the DSS did for several months? We call on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR to rise to the occasion and prove himself as a true Democrat that he had been, which endeared him to many.
that one is emotional control. Did you hear what they are saying? I'm going to go back again and play it again. They say that the federal government do not have right to keep Emefiele because Bawa or whatever is not being punished, that he was also released. So why is it that Emefiele case is different? Can you see the precedence? That is why the federal government must set a standard. The federal government must set a standard. It is because the federal government don't set standards. People like Rufai on Arise TV will do the same. People like Emefiele will do the same. People like Nnamdi Kanu will do the same. People like Simon Ekpa will do the same. People like Igboho will do the same. What are we talking about here? There is no standard in the government. There is no procedure. There is no enforcement of the law. The politicians will they will pardon their friends, smile with their colleagues, give contract to their colleagues, give contract to their friends. How do you expect the country to move forward? The same federal government will give contract to their friend that they will know they will not perform it. For so many years, they keep giving the same contract. Just like that. So how will the country move forward? And every other person, they are watching it. The so-called youth are watching, because look at the kind of example that the so-called youth are saying, because I know that they are paid to do this. They are paid to do it. So they have to do it. So I want you to listen to his statement again, please. Pay attention to his statement. I will go back a little bit so that you listen to what he said. That if the federal government can release Bawa or Barawa, whatever, why is the federal government punishing only Emefiele? These are the youth, too. So that you know that this country, we must run a program, change your mindset. A national orientation program is urgently needed, for the change of mindset of Nigerians. It's very, very important. I want you to pay attention.
Rashid Bawa can be released to go home. Why is the case of Mr. Godwin Emefiele different? Is it because that Emefiele has committed heavier offenses than Bawa?
Okay.
Or the federal government is being biased along ethnic and religious lines?
Okay.
What more will the EFCC investigate about Emefiele?
Okay.
Different from what the DSS did for several months.
Okay.
We call on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR to rise to the occasion and prove himself as a true Democrat that he had been, which endeared him to many Nigerians before, during and after the 2
Thank God you know that our president
we state
is on the throne.
that the tossing of Mr. Godwin Emefiele like a football in the field from one government agency to another in the name of investigation is unacceptable and will be frontally resisted by all well-meaning Nigerians.
You see?
We totally reject this Gestapo way of doing things because Nigeria is no longer under a military junta where the rights of innocent citizens can be abruptly suspended. Granted that President Tinubu is doing everything possible to rid the country of corruption, and the position same on the part of economic growth and sustainable development through his renewed hope agenda. It is therefore our expectation that he will as well exercise some level of caution so that his activities will remain within the ambit of local and international human rights laws, instruments, and protocols. On a final note,
it's obvious.
Hereby demand
it's obvious.
Mr. Godwin Emefiele should be released.
Why?
This is what they're like.
Okay, so that's advert. It's obvious. It's obvious. It's obvious that he was paid to read the book. Somebody wrote it for him. It is obvious. We can see the way he's reading it. We can see what he's talking about. So he said that the federal government deprived the right of innocent Nigeria. Is Emefiele innocent? You see, so that is why what we are talking about. Sometimes some people will say Nigerians, they forget so easily. They forget easily their oppressors, people who made life difficult for them. Now that when the federal government want to do the right thing, some group of people will come out to fight against the government, and that is what is going on. So it is a very clear example of what we are trying to talk about. That the federal government must set the sample. People who are supposed to do their job, they should do their job. The foreign ministers should do their job. The ambassadors should do their job. Everybody should do their job. That is the only way we can move this country forward. I get me now. So there are some politicians who are sponsoring all these criminalities. You understand me? And the government will just allow it to lie. You understand me? We have secret service, we have DSS. Their job is to make sure they investigate, they go to findings, and then they bring people in with evidences. You don't need to be throwing tear gas or causing problem everywhere, because we live in a developed world where people are questioned when they do something wrong and everything. They don't create chaos, they don't create problems. Why is Nigeria on different? It is because the politicians, they are not ready. They are just there to get the money and take their own family abroad or for their own personal interest, and that's it. But thanks to President Tinubu, because the retreat starting yesterday, it was an indication that the government is different from every other government, and we want this government to take action. And it's not going to be just like they promise us. They will all do promise and fail, and that's it. And the story will just go like that. So this is something I wanted to talk about, and that is why, because there is no standard in the country. There is no enforcement of the laws. We have laws, we have everything, but because there's nobody enforcing it, the people that are supposed to enforce it are not enforcing it. Oh, because you have a connection with your friend, you will not do it. And that is why people like Rufai, when he broke the law, using the BRT route that's supposed to be for whatever, he was like, oh, I'm going to call the governor. It's a mindset. Most Nigerians have the same mindset, especially if they have a connection, if they have somebody in power, if they know somebody somewhere, somebody who knows somebody somewhere, somebody will feel like, oh, they need to do something, they need to get help from this and that is why the country is the way it is. How can we get it right? Who is going to stand up to the occasion and do the right thing? President Tinubu has promised us that he's going to deliver in his administration. And yesterday, the statement I love the most during that retreat was the statement that President Tinubu made, that there is a special unit that has been created, the result delivery unit. Is it result delivery unit, right? Yes, I think result delivery unit. You know, to handle all the ministers and all of that, they will sign a memorandum of understanding that they are going to deliver in their duties. And for me, I think that was something to talk about. You understand me? Because this is where our biggest problem is. You understand me? This is where our biggest problem is, and I believe that the federal government knows it. That uh, um, people get opportunity to, as ministers, as governors, or whatever appointments, they are not doing what they're supposed to do. So I am waiting for the federal government to actually implement this new policy. Of course, President Tinubu policy. Giving it to us that yes, there is something else that we have to do to bring results in this country. Result delivery unit. I mean, for me, I think that is one of the best thing I've ever heard in this government. Result delivery unit. Result delivery unit uh, is something that makes sense to me. Well, let me go back and bring that statement again because it's very, very important. Result delivery unit, because that is the what else? What else are we talking about? If governors are not delivering in their duties, what else are we talking about? If the ministers are not delivering their objective, the purpose why they were there, what else are we talking about? I think this is the most important. You understand me? You understand me? This is the most important department right now in this government. Delivery, result delivery unit is the most important unit so far in the history of Nigerian politics. I don't think this has ever happened before, and I think this is a sign that President Tinubu understands the challenges of the country, the problem of the country, and he wants to do it differently. Result delivery unit is the game changer. You understand me? Is the game changer, guys. Mm. Wait, I want to bring that statement. I want to play when the president made that statement. I get me. Result delivery unit is the game changer in this administration. That's it. There are other things, but I think this is because no matter any appointment, no matter any duties, special duties that the president will give to anybody, result is what we need. So I feel that this is one of the most important units. Let me.
The best brain that we can put together
This
in a
was
democratic parliament
yes.
and have been chosen for us by the public.
That's it.
It's a good thing that the chairman of our party is there,
Listen, no. Haha.
but the president is the president of whole.
Okay, for me, I'm just getting. I want to get to that point. Listen,
Affiliated with a political party,
or not.
regardless of religious, ethnic, or otherwise. We are one.
Yes.
Like
What is wrong with these people? Hold on, though, please. Hold on.
I stated before,
Listen.
a great Nigeria is possible,
Very
and
possible.
a greater Nigeria will come
Yes.
under your commitment, guidance, and resolute determination to give the country a direction.
That's it, boss.
I'm with you.
Very important.
And please be assured that this great country is one family in one house, geographically located,
Yes.
partitioned and living in different rooms, but we are all one family.
That's the man. The man of the moment.
And we are here to make allegiance and give direction
Listen, oh.
to that one family,
Mm-hmm.
making sure that relationship can only be stronger if we give hope to our people, can only achieve our vision with boldness and strong determination,
Yes,
with
boss.
collaboration. I've stated before, no one succeeds alone.
That's the truth.
You, the civil service, you must not see a minister as he or she will come and go, you will be there.
Mm-hmm.
You must make a positive team for the good of this country.
Did you see that? Okay.
Yes, I admit and I accept the asset and liability of my predecessor.
Very powerful. Very, very powerful. Now, we are getting to the place where the president said, we need results. You have to deliver. If you don't deliver, then you have to go. This is the bone of the contention. That is what has been missing. This is what has been missing in the Nigerian politics, in the Nigerian governance or government. This is delivery. Delivery. Governors don't deliver, and there's nobody holding them accountable. Ministers don't deliver, and there's nobody holding them accountable. Senators don't do their job. House of Rep don't do their job. Even the local government chairman don't do their job, and they will just go like that. I believe that this is something that is very, very important. And that is why some of these politicians are teaming up with their opponents, with their colleagues, to fight President Tinubu in one way or the other. They want to, because they know that President Tinubu is determined to bring a change in this country. Are you getting me now? That's it. Very important.
It's part of definition in my professional background.
Go ahead, sir.
You are in this ship. You will make good of it, but not wreck it.
Yes.
You are a member of a great family. Don't see that minister as opportunistic. See he or she as a partner that we must take this ship forward.
He said, don't
navigate it through turbulence
and
clear weather.
They have always been seeing it as opportunity for their family. Amechi, as a minister of transportation, saw that position as opportunity for him to grow his political career. That is why Amechi did not care about all of us in the South. He was concentrating doing things for his own political, will I say political growth. He was thinking that, oh, doing this will help his political career, looking for political favors and all of that. It's the same thing. They always think that whenever they get there, they will take it as opportunity for their own to enrich their family and to make their own, help solve their own, use that money for their own personal interest. That's it. So President Tinubu already recognized that. This is it. This is the fundamental cause of the Nigerian problem today, where people in different positions, they are not delivering, they are not doing their job, and there is nobody holding them accountable. That is the biggest difference in this government. The biggest difference in this government. Hopefully, by the special grace of God, President Tinubu and his team will be able to achieve this. Are you getting me? Because I know it's not going to be easy to change a culture where politicians have been using any political position as their own personal office for their personal interest. Is a culture that must be changed in the Nigerian government. And I'm so much happy that listening to President Tinubu addressing his ministers and his cabinet and his team of people, working for him and the country. I think that this is a major development in this government that we must not ignore. We cannot ignore it. This is the fundamental of our problem in Nigeria. Are you getting me? Let's go ahead.
We are lucky we have a nation. The challenges are all over the world.
Yes.
You can see the chaos all around you. But be focused, like a man driving in the tunnel. Don't see the sky. Don't look up. Face your direction. Be committed to the value and principle of result that will affect you, your neighbor, and the entire nation.
Yes.
We've spent the last 6 months reviewing and evaluating ourselves.
Yes.
We've come a long way. But we set the agenda.
The renewed hope agenda.
Healthcare is a priority. Education of our people is a must. No weapon, no other weapon against poverty than education.
That's it. That's it.
You have opportunity to change things. Recently, or 3 days ago, we received the Chancellor of the Republic of Chad and his delegation of.
We did not hear the media talk about it. Oh, they did talk about these things. So
one of their key complaints and the question is whether they can bring their capital, repatriate their dividend, or if not satisfied, take their capital away. An investment was called upon by me to explain further that those obstacles are gone.
yes.
Never to come back again.
Yes.
We are open for business.
We are open for business. Ha. Ha ha. Wonderful.
And that is why we established
Listen.
Result Delivery
Unit. That is what I want to talk about today. Result Delivery Unit. I think it's something that we will continue to talk about. Result Delivery Unit. You know, President Tinubu cited what happened some few days ago, where the German chancellor came to Nigeria for investment and for business. And their complaint was how is it that their money, their capital, if they bring their money to invest in Nigeria, will they be able to get their investment? What will they get? And this is the concern of every other country or every other investor, you know, coming to Nigeria. They are worried that their investment is not going to be something, maybe it's not going to work out. But President Tinubu said, no, we are ready this time around. You know, all those obstacles are no more. We are ready for business. And he now said, that is the reason why we establish what is called Result Delivery Unit. This is so important, guys, because this is something new in the Nigerian politics. I was expecting to hear the analysis from Dr. Ruben Abate or people that are in politics for a long time. Though I saw one person, was it on the channels or where, talking about it. I'm expecting them to tell us more about that. This is something new in this government, that shows that this government is ready to bring development. They are not talking about it. They are busy running propaganda. All these media houses, they are still talking nonsense. But we will help them. We will let them know that we know better. Are you getting me now? He said, that is why I set up what is called Result Delivery Unit. And look at the next line of statement. Pay attention to this.
At the end of this retreat,
yes,
they are going to sign a bond of understanding between you, the ministers, the permanent secretary,
yes,
and myself.
Why did you think the president asked this? Or why did he say this is important? You need to sign that bond of understanding or memorandum of understanding between all of us, the ministers, the permanent secretary, and all the appointed positions and whatever, to deliver your objective, to deliver your job. Because this is the fundamental problem of the country, where people Ministers, politicians, leaders are not executing what they are meant to do. That this is the problem here. And President Tinubu have gotten it right, saying that the result delivery unit is responsible, for all the ministers. If you are not delivering, then you have no, we cannot keep you. You cannot retain the job. That's it. Pay attention to that. You have to deliver. You have to.
If you are performing,
You don't have to worry.
nothing to fear.
That's it. Did you see that? This is the issue here.
If you miss the objective,
Uh-huh.
we review.
That's it. Did you hear that? That's
No
it.
performance, you leave us.
That's it. That's it. For me, this alone, I'm so much vindicated and happy to have supported our president, President Tinubu, because I know he's the man that is going to do the job. I get you now. Because this is it. The president cannot do everything. The president cannot be the governor, cannot be the minister, cannot be whatever, the PAMSEC or the judiciary, cannot be everything. Everybody have a role to play. And that is why the president said, you cannot do this, you cannot do it alone. You have to work with people. You need the right team, the right people. And by so far so good. We have seen President Tinubu building the right foundation by selecting the right team, the right people to deliver this job. My brother, the issue of Nigeria is not easy, man. You need to be able to deliver the job. You need to be able to have the right people, the right team of people having the same mindset with you to work with you to deliver that job. And that is what President Tinubu is doing. I think he has even said it in his speech that he has spent lots of time, these months and everything, planning and putting the right things in place, setting the agenda to move this country forward. And now he has set up the result delivery unit that every minister, every position, everybody in government should be held accountable. And if they don't deliver, they have no reason to still handle that position. That is something that is very, very important. I mean, you can go and read more or listen to a lot of, the statement there, but because I don't have much time, I just want to highlight something. That reminds me, about some of the ministers. Of course, I mentioned some of them already. We have seen some of the ministers already taking actions. The FCT, Federal Minister of Works, of course, we know him, Dave Umahi, His Excellency, of course, the former governor of Ebonyi State, Dave Umahi. He has been doing a lot of work. He has been traveling from place to place, looking at all the contractors. I'm hearing about the different construction work going on, even the third mainland bridge and all. I mean, so many things that the federal, of course, the FCT, Federal Minister of Work, of course, is doing. And then we have also seen the one of the ministers as well. Is it the poverty elevation minister? That lady, Betta Edu. She's also doing well. She has also brought out different ideas and initiatives. These guys are already, because they know that President Tinubu is not going to be joking. Right? Are you getting me? That is how you know a leader. You understand me? And they're already, working. I'm also talking about the Minister of Interior. I always forget his name. The Minister of Interior, working to make sure all the backlogs of passport and others. So many of these things are cleared. Making sure that things are working. That is how to tell you that this government is not joking. They're on the right track and they are making things happen. What's his name again? The Minister of Interior, Dr. Olubumi Tunji Ojo, working to make sure that things are working as well. I think that is something I feel is important. We have also seen the federal government inaugurate the CNG vehicle conversion center in Lagos. I mean, it's a lot of things. If we want to put it in a kind of a presentation, what the president have done so far in just a few months is a lot, because the things that the President Tinubu is focusing on are the fundamentals of the issues in this country, which I think is on the right track. Are you getting me now? So one of the ministers, the one that got my attention so much, is what I'm going to talk about now, which is our solid minerals. And I was listening to one of the ministers making statements or telling us the significance of what they have done so far, which is something that is good. So I'm just going to share with us this conversation, which I think is very, very important. Hold on, guys. Let me get it. Let me get the conversation. This is very very important. You know, because now they know that President Tinubu is not joking. You understand me? He's not joking. By the way, we saw the is it the senators today? The Senate today. They say they are not going to get their presidents. Is it presidential yash? They are not going to get it anymore. They added the money to student loans, and some people are happy. I say if people don't know politics, when you people wake up, you will understand politics very very well. I getting me. So yeah, when I saw the update from the minister, I don't know what is his position. When I saw that update, I feel like we are on the go. We're on the right track, and this is something that people should be talking about, and to encourage the government to focus more on things like this that will move the country forward. We are not hearing them talking about it. All they do is to be running propaganda everywhere. But will they succeed? They're not going to succeed. Hold on. Let me get this. Oh, I was looking at the wrong place. Hold on, guys. You know, and this is many people may not have known this. That is why I'm trying to bring it out so that we see it. You understand me? What some of the ministers are already doing. And for me, I feel this is something good that everybody needs to know and understand that Nigeria is back on track. It's not going to be business as usual. It's not going to be business as usual. So no propaganda this time around is going to work. No propaganda is going to stop the federal government. No propaganda is going to stop the good work and the team that is ready to deliver success to this country. There's no propaganda that's going to be able to do that. Oh, thank you very much, guys. I see all of you here. Thank you very much for your contribution. Please, I just want you to share the program. If you like it, and share it so that other people will see it. That would be so good. Hold on. There's a video I'm looking for, guys. There's a particular video I'm looking for. Uh, by the way, the election is coming in Kogi State, Bayelsa State, and all those places. Lots of people, they are now defecting to APC. All of them, they are now defecting to APC. You never start to. You never start now. They don't defect. My brother, just like I said before, in the next 4 years, in the next 4 years, in the next 4 years, there will be no opposition in this country. I've said it many many times. All of them are now defecting. They are now defecting. They are now defecting to APC. Why? Why are they running to APC? Because they can see the seriousness in this government. They can see that, man, President Tinubu government is not a joke. You understand me? It's not a joke. So now, okay, let us listen to one of the ministers, what they have done so far. And I think this is something that is so, 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 so good. This is something that is so, so good. And I want to update all of us. The Nigerian Solid Minerals Development Fund. So there is something that is called now the Nigerian Solid Minerals Development Fund, which I think it is something so good, and we have to understand what is going on there as well. I want you to listen to one of the ministers, please.
Mine is just by way of announcement, not even something of a fake approval at all. Yesterday, you are all aware, even attended the visit of the German Chancellor.
Yes.
To the president, to our president. Of course, the German Chancellor came in to strengthen bilateral relations between our countries, our two countries, Nigeria and Germany. Now, for quite a while, my ministry has been talking to some highly technical companies in Germany. And since the visit of the German Chancellor yesterday underscored the importance of strengthening bilateral relations, especially socio-economic bilateral relations, I'm happy to announce that the Ministry of Solid Minerals broke a landmark record of signing an MOU with one of the top-notch geoscientific technology companies.
Why pay £70? Sorry, guys, that is advert. So these are our minister of solid mineral, right? Is Aleke, right? Is part of the progress. Is working together with our president to bring progress to the country. This is something else that is also new in this administration. Are you getting me now? So there is what is called the Solid Minerals Development Fund, and they have made a lot of progress already in that regards. And this is just the announcement that it was given, that this is what is going on. They have this partnership with some companies in Germany, and they are going to make sure that they do some other explorations and all of that. This is something good. I'm not hearing the media houses talking about this. That is why I'm not hearing the media houses talking about the progress of the country, what the government is doing. They are telling us about dollars every time, dollars, dollars. Now that the dollars is even coming down now, they are not talking about it as well. Are you getting me now? Because the good news is that the president has focused more on making sure that he resolve all the backlogs, the foreign exchange, whatever backlogs that they have. And now things are getting better. It's going to get better. And I've said it, in the next 4 years, there will be no political party that can oppose this government. There will be no political party. Trust me, because by that time, President Tinubu is going to fix lots of issues. He's already laying the foundation, man, for you to have a good house, lay a good foundation. Good foundation. Good foundation is what President Tinubu is doing. And it's not in a rush. It is not allowing what people are saying to affect him. Azizat say noisemakers like your father. Oh, I don't know what you mean. Are you responding to me? But that's by the way. I want you to listen to this update. It's very important update that they are not telling you. They are only running propaganda on different social media houses, and that's it. That's the only thing they can succeed. You need to stop listening to their propaganda and get the right message, the right information, because that is how the opportunity is going to miss. You are going to miss the opportunity, because if you are listening to all these media houses, fake media houses that do not want to see anything good in this country, that is how you are going to miss the opportunity. In this government, if you want to be successful, if you want to succeed, you need to go and learn something, have a skill, get education. Of course, now there is a student loan. If you want to go to school, go and learn a skill, have a skill, start your business. That is what you need. Start your company, because that's the only way you can solve a problem in this government. That is the only way. There are lots of issues in Nigeria that we can use it as a way to find the solution to bring. So when you find solution, that is money. You can, if you find a solution, you set up a company for providing that solution, which means you start a business providing that solution. That is lots of money, and different foreign companies are seeing the opportunities. You are complaining that it's a problem in the country, but foreign countries are seeing it as opportunity to come to Africa and explore. That is the same way China did it. China saw that there's a need for road construction in China, but because they have a very large construction companies and the machines and everything, they brought it to Africa. And you are saying you are seen as a problem, but they are seen as an opportunity to make money. Are you getting me now? So that there's a lot of opportunity in that country to make money. But you see, how will you become in that position to grab the opportunity as well? Look at the federal government is now looking for companies abroad for them to do exploration. Why we should have indigenous companies that can do that? But then the federal government is going outside to go and source for companies to come and do solid minerals or whatever, exploration and agreement, all those things. This is what is missing. We should focus on this thing that is important, not to stay on social media and be doing comedy. You just be doing comedy. You say, I create content. What is the content? You are creating laughter and noise maker, all those things. You are not proactive. You are not thinking of something important to contribute to the country, yet you want the country to move. Look at you today. You are 20 years, 30 years, 50 years. You have not even thought of anything, any value that you can add to your country. But every day you are shouting, oh, the country is not moving forward. How can the country move forward when you don't add value to the country? Who is going to add value for you? Who is going to come and add value for you? You don't even respect your own laws, your own cultures. You don't even value yourself. You value people outside. You don't even value yourself. So, but you want the country to move forward. How can it move forward when you don't add value? When you are not contributing to the success? The clothes that you are wearing, do you buy Nigerian made clothes? The phone that you are using, is it Nigerian phone? The what they call it, the SIM card you are using, is it Nigerian company SIM card, or is it made in Nigeria? You are giving money away. You want the country to move forward. There is no way the country can move forward. Like millions of dollars, millions of money and naira agreement that the federal government is going to sign now to foreign companies. They take the money away from the country. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. There is no way you can progress, man. There's no way you can progress. There's no way you can progress. And you know, some of these memorandum and contract that the federal government signed with all these foreign companies, they don't even look properly and go into details. You need to employ our own people. We have graduates in this country. We have indigenous companies in this country. They don't do all those. Their MOUs don't include that. That's why some of them, they will go and bring their people abroad to come and do the job. And at the end of the day, the monies go outside of the country. Do they pay tax in our country? Do we have a means of collecting tax? These are the things. So these are the things that the federal government must look into, the policies and everything to make it work, to make sure that the country will work. We need to begin to think inward, right? And stop complaining and talking all kinds of things. This is the time for us to rise up to move this country forward. I get it now. So for me, I think this is a very good development, and I love things like this. So this is one of the ministers, President Tinubu ministers. You know, they are doing something, they are taking action. And when I heard about it, it was something good. That is why I'm sharing it with you, because since I'm not hearing all these media houses talking about it, they are running propaganda.
The company was also in the delegation of the German Chancellor yesterday, and the MOU was signed yesterday through the SMDF, that's the Solid Minerals Development Fund. And now, the significance of this Pokal event is that this company has the latest top-of-the-line technology. It's a proprietary technology for exploration. It means that it can see deep down up to 10,000 meters for the mineral deposits that are available. And if you are vast in the place of solid minerals, you know that it's exploration, exploitation, and extraction, and the processes. You will know that exploration is an expensive business. Even the gathering of geodata is very, very expensive. Now, this particular technology, which is top-notch, like I said, is 80% cheaper than current processes in the world. It's 3 times faster to locate deposits down underground. And so, with our own mineral deposit that we've conservatively estimated about $700 billion under the ground that we are scrambling to exploit judiciously, we still have, we constitute about 0.02% of the global mining budget. And with this $700 billion estimation of our solid minerals deposits, we still have over 90% of the entire landscape of Nigeria unexplored.
Something good.
Because it's an expensive business,
yes,
that underscores the significance of the landmark that we recorded yesterday with the Geoscan GmbH.
So do you see what the minister is celebrating? The minister is celebrating because they signed an agreement with a company in Germany to come and do exploration in Nigeria. Is that not a disgrace? That is a big shame. Nigeria is like 60 years. We own the oil, we own it. We don't have indigenous company. We don't have even government-owned exploration tools and technology that can do. We don't develop, we don't invest. We are not developing here. My brother, we have a very long way to go. You see, when I listen to things like this, you will never hear the UK say they go and sign a memorandum with a company in the US to come and do exploration in the UK. It's not possible. It's not possible. I get it. So, but look at it. Look at the common things that we are celebrating in Nigeria. That there was a memorandum signed, just like that. For me, I think it does not make sense, because these are the things that we're supposed to use our money we have what do they call it? Research and something something ministry. What is the job of the research and something something ministry in Nigeria? I don't know. We just create different ministries that are not functional. You understand me? Because if we have resources, we have all these things. We're supposed to have indigenous system or technology to explore our whatever. It's been 60 years now. We are still looking for companies, scouting for companies to come and sign memorandum, and we are even celebrating it. So this is something that I also, when I listen to it, though it's a good news, it's a development, but I'm thinking something very far that why should we continue? Why don't we have our technology? Why the technology is everywhere? Okay, why don't we learn it and you know and get it at home that we can use? But it's not happening. We have so many of us, so many Nigerians graduate with knowledge and skills scattered everywhere in the world. The federal government is not investing in those brain coming home or supporting them to to be reaching out to them to bring to tap those knowledge, to bring it back home. We are still spending money to go and just to sign a memorandum. That is a big disgrace. But we'll continue. I salute you. Hello.
I salute Big Boy.
I salute you.
Yes, sir. Thank you for everything you do, my brother. My name is Patrick Osu.
Yes.
Okay, who Osu?
You are welcome.
I'm from Onitsha.
Onitsha. Thank you, sir.
Onitsha town. I love you, brother.
Thank you very much.
I want you every time. Don't never give up.
Yes, sir.
These bastards running around. We have to find a way. See what they do. They come to US. They commit a lot of atrocities and crimes. They lock them up. And after they finish doing their term, they strip them of their whether residency or citizenship, and they send them home. The thing that happens that we don't have the organized secret service at home, and the database. Okay, they just come into Nigeria without nobody checking on them. You follow me?
Yes.
So the best thing to do is that first of all we have to develop our secret service. Okay, and so that they will have the what it takes to be able to be communicating with the Interpol, okay, CIA, FBI, and all the secret service all over the world. So that when they go to jail, when they finish their term, they're about to send them home, they put handcuffs on them and inform our secret service to wait for them because you have to know when they're coming and when they go. So we have to have a database where when you want to check somebody out, you go to the database. You just don't employ them without checking them out. You know who they are.
Yes.
These are the facts. They have robbed me many times. I live in the state since 1976. I've been here. Okay?
Wow.
I love Nigeria. I come home all the time. Okay? I have a house in Asaba. My wife is from Asaba. I have 5 boys. I teach them don't handle these losers. They are a bunch of criminals. These bad boys, I'm telling them, they are the people kidnapping people and killing people. They don't have conscience. For money, they don't have conscience, my brother. So we must have to develop our secret service to international standards. So that we will be able to have a database where they send us all information of these bad boys when they go to jail. The people that all these guys you see running around, you're talking about, they've been in jail in America. They've been in jail in America, and when they release them, they strip them of their citizenship. You know what they do? They send them home, and they just walk into Nigeria without no ramifications. So we have to do better than this.
Wow.
I know the city boy must do all of this. I know.
The city boy is on the throne.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Since in America, lived in America, he knows how to play the game, and he's ruling this country now, introducing American system of government so that we can just that because Buhari said this, but he said it too late when he was taking up, when he was his term was coming to close. That the governor sent money to them. Okay, they ask people holding the community from being developed, and you are very right about that. All these criminals must be counted. They must take care of them. Everybody who goes to jail in a foreign country is not a patriotic Nigeria, because you must think about Nigeria before you commit these crimes outside the country. If you are patriotic Nigeria, you are bringing the image of this country, image of our country down. That you are bringing our image down when you go to America and you commit all these things. They catch them every day. You go to they caught them the other day in New York, in somebody's house, in the basement. They have credit card machine. They run around going to senior citizens' homes, okay, breaking their mailbox and stealing their money, stealing their credit card and everything. So they must be taken care of. They are crying, doing land anywhere. We must communicate with all these countries with their secret service, so they can give us the names of all these criminals who are in our database. So they are looking for somebody to go there to find them. Do you understand, man?
Yeah, yes, I understand you.
You listen, I love you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your contribution.
You are the right guy. I will hold you up, but I will be calling you. You are the right guy. You are the right guy. Okay?
You're the right guy. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you.
Yeah. Listen, we have to find a way to bring our information, what we have, all the information we have to find a way to bring it to the city boss.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, thank you. Be good, okay? God bless you.
All right, stay blessed as well. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's my conversation today. Hopefully, we need to think beyond this, and then, invest in our own country. So we cannot be celebrating signing MOUs and agreements and whatever, whatever, whatever. I don't think that is good. It's not something we should be celebrating and be talking about. It does not make sense. You understand me? But it's a good step, it's a good development, but we have to change. I want to open the line. If you want to call in, you are free to call in and make your contribution. If you want to call in, the line is going to be open for you if you want to call in. You understand me? So I think the next step that I think, which the our president have been talking about, is a change of mindset. Change of mindset is something that is very, very important that we have for a very long time. I mean, is been bastardized. Nigerians no longer believe in Nigeria. You will hear them say, "Oh, Nigeria can never move forward. There will never be Nigeria can never progress." I've spoken to lots of people that have given up on Nigeria. I've also said it even before that, "Oh, Nigeria can never work." I've said all kinds of things because of the way our leaders have been misbehaving, because of the ways our leaders have been doing it. You understand me? We see that we have the resources, the monies, everything that we need, but they have failed to do it. They have failed to implement it. They have failed to invest in the country. They will take all our money abroad, store it somewhere else, so that they will go and steal the money. You understand me? So, and that is why people like all these guys on media houses, they talk the way they talk. And this conversation has been a long time conversation, but I want you to listen to the way this retired general was giving a reply to the file. That tells you that, man, we need patriotic Nigerians and people that are optimistic and are ready to work with the government to change the situation. We understand that the situation is bad. That's the truth. Are you getting me now? But then we are the one that is going to change it. If you don't change it, there's no way it's going to be changed. Are you getting me now? So this was a conversation that got my attention, and I just want to play so that you pay attention to this.
People saying it's run out of ideas.
Listen.
Everything is happening. Then what do we do?
So that was, Rufai. Now you always find a way of making comments. It was like Rufai was saying on Wise TV that that President Tinubu have run out of ideas. and all of that. That everything has, the economy is not working, this and that and that. I want you to listen to the response of this retired
The
general.
Major General retired at that. Then what do we do?
Well, you say he run out of ideas. I'm just saying we are not run by his ideas. I'm just saying it. You can't push it on me that I must accept that he's run out of ideas.
No.
We're not run by his ideas. He's not just chief executive of a private sector. We're talking about the president of the Nigerian state, to which we all belong, and we all have our performances. We cannot have mass media educating our people in believing that their state is a failure, their president is a failure, their system is a failure. Then where do we go from there? You don't see any good in the Nigerian state. And we are winning gold medals in world athletics. Come on.
You see, that is what he's saying. You understand me? So, for example, we have seen all these media houses. They use their media houses to tell Nigerians that, oh, Nigeria cannot move forward, things can never work. We'll be condemning the country and all of that. But there are people that are progressing, things are working and all of that. You understand me? So that is what the retired general was saying to Rufai on Wise TV. It was a nice conversation, you know. And then Rufai keep on saying that, oh, there is insecurity, there is this and that and that. I mean, all kinds of things. Pay attention to this. So, and then he put the blame on the president, as if the president is only the cause of the problem in the country.
Faith in our country.
Then, Major General, show me the results as regards insecurity. Show them to me. Show me.
Listen now. Listen to the response.
How do I show you? You don't show it. You are at work. You are feeling safe. You are communicating. You want me to show you. Do you think if there was war or anarchy, you will be in this state of affairs? Why do you want to show me failure? You want me to show you failures? You don't want me to show you success? Come on, let's learn in Nigeria that make people have hope.
So, Major General, what I was trying to ask is...
You are represented in world sports.
So, Major General...
Then try to ask me what you are trying to ask me. Don't ask me what you are not trying to ask me.
So, Major General, that's what I was trying to ask you. So, since everybody is talking about running out of ideas and everything, what next do we do? That's it. What's next?
Not everybody
is talking. Not everybody. Not they are the one talking.
When I was a general, we were fighting wars. I was a commander in this civil war. We lost lives. We had hope. We have survived up to today. Why do you mass media think only of failure? If we have failed, we will not be talking about Nigeria today.
Okay.
We have not failed. Why do you say ideas? You want to shove it in me to say in my mouth that he's run out of ideas.
And he cannot even mention one idea. You see, that is one thing about this. They can't even mention one idea. They will say, oh, they have run out of ideas. What is your idea? We have listened to them. They have never brought one idea at all. You see the point? You say everybody is talking about no idea. Who is the everybody? So this is the kind of thing we are talking about. Change of mindset, the right mindset to work together to build that country. If we need companies, people come together and set up a business, set up companies, set up different things that is going to solve the challenges of the country. That is the way to do it. But you see, especially Nigerians, they don't like buying shoes made at home. They don't like buying Nigerian made shoes. They want to live in the UK, but they are in Nigeria. They want to wear UK clothes, but they live in Nigeria. They want to wear American clothes, but they are in Nigeria. But we that live in the UK, we don't want to wear Nigerian clothes. We are not buying Nigerian clothes. We buy clothes made here in the UK. We buy clothes made in the US. But Nigerians who want to leave the ones in Nigeria, they are looking for elsewhere. If you see the volume of importation coming from outside of the country to Nigeria is enormous. And yet, some people are complaining of money, the value of our currency, and all of that. How will the value of our currency grow? Man, you don't know. I don't know anything. Look at. I got a report. I was reading a report of how much of billions of dollars that Nigerians are using for betting. You know all these betting games for betting. Over 189 point something billion that they say Nigerians spend daily, or people are using it for betting every day. Nigerians are into betting because they want quick money. They want something that can give them quick money and all of that. That is this issue. That is what. So there's need for a change of mindset. National orientation program is very, very necessary. We used to have it. I've been talking about this for some time now. the national orientation program that we used to have before, the national, is it the orientation ministry or whatever they used to call them? But we are not seeing them doing their job. So Nigerians are now young people grown up into taking advice from people that are not, they are not well informed, and then and they are leading the country into the wrong path. And something must be done. I know that this is a lot of issues. That's why I'm saying that the president needs help and support, and hopefully the team of people working with him will be able to move the country forward. People on social media, people on media houses, supposed to be educating Nigerians on what to do and the way forward, not to sit down every day on media houses running propaganda and talking all kinds of things. And that is why the retired general was like, what, every time you say run out of ideas, so who is running out of ideas? You have, you run out of ideas? Because we are not even hearing your own idea. The only thing, you are sitting down on social media, on media houses, to be talking all kinds of negative things to the country. We have never seen it any other place in the world. Why must it be only in Nigeria?
We have not run out of ideas.
General, I didn't say that.
We are still solving our problems.
General, a senator
well, I don't know. I'm not in charge of senators. Look, he said that he's entitled to his opinion. We're in a democracy.
That's it.
Are you saying that he shouldn't express himself?
No.
He has expressed himself, but I don't have to agree with it. And it doesn't have to be the mask of our Nigerian progress. One senator after 190 or so. Why are you talking about what the other senators have said? Why don't you balance this idea of opinion?
Speaking of what the other senators have said, they said they were going to impeach him for insecurity. That's what the other senators have said. What's your reaction to that?
No. Yes. Impeachment or stopping him from continuing to be president is a procedural constitutional means provided. There is a law provided to it. So what is the hyperbole about they are going to impeach him? If they impeach him, so what? We still have a process, we have a system, and they have to go through a procedure. So why do you want to make it that I should feel we are in a situation of fire alarm? There's nothing alarming about that. It is foreseeable, it is provided for, there's a process for it, there is a procedure. So it doesn't have to be a fuel for anarchy or disorder.
Yes.
It's a logical process. If they feel like it, let them convince others. They are not the only senators who want to impeach him. They were put there by voters, by electorates.
Wow.
And they themselves have to consult.
I like him. This is Ibrahim Bata Malki, something Ibrahim, former Federal Commissioner for Information and Culture. This is a retired general. You see the response he was giving to what's his name, Rafai. It's so unfortunate. I think today everybody have confirmed that it's not only when you are a presenter on a radio house or media house, it does not mean that you have sense. You understand me? So I believe that the success of President Tinubu is the only way out. I get him in, and all of them will be shocked. I get him in, and it's already happening. So that was the retired general response to Rufai. On, how they always play their rubbish, always looking for something negative to try to bring down the country, always looking for something bad news to talk about the country, to say something that will make everybody to condemn the country or to fight the government or to do all kinds of things. but all their plans this time around failed woefully, and definitely they are not going to succeed big time. They are not going to succeed. They're not going to succeed. So let's talk about. I think I have a few minutes here before I go my 2 hours. Oh, my 2 hours is done. So let's talk about this election that is coming up in Kogi, Bayelsa, and Imo. What is it that we are hearing that lots of people are now moving to APC? Is it that they are now beginning to understand that Nigeria is back on track? I get to be that because it's very, very obvious that they understand that Nigeria is back on track, and the only thing they can do is to join the winning team. Okay, and they're already joining the winning team. Are you getting me now? They are joining the winning team. So for me, I believe that Hope Uzodinma is going to win in Imo State. Normal, of course. There is nothing stopping Hope Uzodinma in Imo State. Also, Bayelsa and Boki State, of course, is going to take the center stage for development in the country. And there is nothing that can stop it. Are you getting me now? So by the way, guys, because I'm going to use this to close. Where are the people that have been shouting, Obi is coming, Obi is coming? Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not ashamed of yourself? Now, what you people are now doing, you are partnering together to see how to fight the government, to see how to bring problem to the country. Is that not shameful? Is that not shameful? Obi have been trying several times to incite violence, to incite the people. Obi went and brought Amechi to come and incite the people. He failed. In River State, of course, we saw what happened in River State. They have a gang up of people now coming together to see how they can destabilize President Tinubu administration. Is it not a failure? Obi is coming. Is it not a failure? Are you guys not ashamed of yourself? So we are going to always win because we are kings and queens and we overcome the world. There is nothing that you are going to do to stop the president. President Tinubu is on the throne. And we are working together with our president to make sure that things move forward in this country. I get it now. Okay, what did this one said? Let me just take a few comments before I go, guys. Yeah, and my concern was about this Sunday Igboho something. Let me just read some of your comments before I move. All right. So Imo State is for Hope Uzodinma. That one is sure. Bayelsa, what's the name of that man in APC? Of course, I believe that APC is going to take over all the states. That's it. Very, very soon. That is the only way you can you can succeed, man. If you play any other stupid politics, you are the only one that is going to right. I get it now. Yusuf say no animal in Nigeria switch to TV presenter. Are you talking about Rufai? Oh God. Ifeanyi your cousin say since useless boy like is alive, what makes him not alive? They say I'm a useless boy. Okay. Idu man defending Nigeria, no integrity. This is Onwuka Okafo. Nigeria is my country and there's no other place like Nigeria. Nigeria is the best place to be. If you have your own country, you go and celebrate your own country. Bunch of criminals. Abdullahi Tonji say, I don't know the reason why our politicians go for interviews on Unwise TV. Well, if somebody like me go to interview on Unwise TV, I know how to deal with them. I'm serious. So anybody that go to Unwise TV know how to what the reason why they are there. It's as simple as that. I get it, man. So I can see how he's paining some of these Biafra criminals. At the end of the day, you find out that the Biafra criminals is the one that is paining them. The first son of Idu is here, and our ancestors have spoken. Are you getting me now? I see how he's paining them. He pained them well, guys. Anyway, guys, I just want to. I've done my 2 hours. Let me go and do something else. I salute you. Our ancestors have approved our president, so nothing can stop him. Hey, city boy, turn boys to men, boys to men, boys to men. Hey, city boy, turn boys to men. If you follow city boy, hey, if you follow city boy, turn boys to men, boys to men, boys to men. City boy, turn boys to men. If you follow city boy, follow who no road. If not, you'll be a failure like Obi and Atiku, and you'll be crying every day, forming gangs and propaganda against your own country. So guys, please remember our volunteer program. You go to the website www.thecityboymovement.org. You will see the volunteer application. You fill it out. We are supporting our state, our local government, anywhere you are. Is a grassroots action to make sure that we support our government to achieve success. So please go to the website www.thecityboymovement.org and you'll be able to see the volunteer application and complete it. You must be on ground, to execute this. Are you getting me now? Our prayers remain with the president. We continue to pray for our president for knowledge, for understanding, you know, for uh, for good health and wisdom, for the right people to select the right people, the right project, the right contract that is going to bring this country forward, guys. That is our prayers. That is our prayers. We know that the challenge ahead is not going to be easy because politicians are also on one side. They have become enemies of the country because of their own political interest, because they cannot, maybe they did not win, they lost election, they did not win, and now they have become enemies to the government, to the state. They are fighting the government, using one way or the other, using propaganda, using failed leaders and failed politicians or bittered politicians to fight the government. We know that it's not going to be easy. We pray that the government will be able to, understand all these things, use knowledge, wisdom with the right people to make sure that these issues are resolved in this country. I get it, and that's our prayer, guys. For all the patriotic Nigerians that want the right thing to be done in this country, we pray for good health as well for all of us, so that we'll be alive to witness the change that President Tinubu is bringing to Nigeria. Nigeria is back on track, and there's nothing that can stop it. Are you getting me now? No propaganda, no media propaganda of any sort that can stop the progress of this country, because Nigeria is back on track, guys. So that is my conversation today, guys. Of course, you know my name. My name is Aparawa Nsima, the first son of Idu. Our job is to make sure that we continue to fight in order to protect and to defend our land, guys. May God bless you. May God bless our president. And may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria, guys. Stay blessed until I come your way next time. Bye bye for now, guys. Bye bye. Bye bye, guys. People on YouTube, bye bye, bye bye for now. Let us end it here. We will continue next time. All right. Okay. Thank you.